各位好，我是风流。那我们今天来玩回到猴岛。
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrap?
走起！那我们从3月1号这个记录开始。
Do you remember where we were?
就讲故事吧。
Let's just get to the story.
而且我们要搞船啊，想办法混上船啊。看一下我们清单啊，清单。啊，这个包裹，然后有个任务清单，对，我们可以看一下。假如老查克的海盗团解决问题，认出我不缘故勇说要找个拖把，然后夺取他的船，然后找到秘密。对，我们再混进一下酒吧。
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
The secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
我被轰开了，哇！
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
他不太正常。
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
游戏吧，不对劲，我总觉得音效声音有点太大声了。
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh, 好吃死了。
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Fine.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor. Also, she covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
She's good. No pieces missing.
Kids yet?
Whoa, easy there, Tiger. I'm still in my juvenile phase myself. That's what Elaine says anyway.
Well, tell her I say hello.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
You don't want to buy a mop?
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag.
看不出来，看起来很像随意的丢在旁边。
For a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come back.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
我们还砍木头吧？不会吧？
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
那你有什么用？
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
这个人脑袋应该敲了。
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Active little guys, aren't they? Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. Pleasantly scorching hot. Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop. Stay away from my mop.
Cool.
Looks like a mugshot.
当然真的很不像。我们看一下后面还有什么。
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
好了，干走了。这种东西一看就知道做那个拖把的绳子。然后我们要去砍木头了。看起来没有什么新的人。 雕像就不管了，一样的东西。
Elaine would kill me if she caught me pulling down her flyers. Hey, Wally.
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again too, Wally.
Whatever
your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah,
because of
good times, huh?
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
不太对劲。
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all.
真的是不太对劲。
A little cartographer humor.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how funny it was. Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me? I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm about to
你确定有前沿
franchise.
技术吗？
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
好吧，这个窝里没什么用，看一下可不可以顺走它里
I
面的东西
appreciate。that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strong. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. I didn't know you made globes too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it,
Never mind.
我们把它
This
顺走
map
啊。
shows both sides of the globe.
it's twice the value.
It's a long, small map of somewhere far, far away. This must be Trouser Island.
Actually, Mr. Threepwood, it's...
猴岛
Trouser Island.
确
It's a
定
map on a fan. What'll they think of next? I had a map like this once, but I sailed left. It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, Cursed Black Diamond. The first rule of piracy is, never buy a used treasure map.
那这边都是二手的。
Hey Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
你也不太
Well,
对
it's good
劲
to。have a hobby. Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
Too much。
Hey Wally,
多
what's
少
in these
啊？
boxes?
Maps.
怕我买不起哦。
Good old mazes. Can't get enough mazes. It looks expensive. And shiny. I like shiny. Somewhat understated, and somewhat overpriced. I try to steer clear of sea monsters myself. Never seen one of those before.
哇，看来没什么重要的东西。我们去可以进去吗？不行。
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises.
我们再去女巫店好了，看一下有没有办法再给我一点宝物。
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale.
I'd need a lot of keys to open that. Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle. The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Keep up the good work, buddy. It
这
says
没什么用
everything
啊，
must go, but it says it with numbers.
你只想把这些东西干走而已。
You do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
有点恶。
No thanks. This is a neat symbol. What does it mean?
That used to contain magical
Oh, wait,
disguises. But alas,
Think
they
they
have
did
all
that.
gone.
Yeah, it's too bad you're sold out. A magic disguise seems really useful.
There's always the famous eye patch of John Laney at the museum. I'm sure the magic has worn off by
我要
now,
确定哎。
but I believe I could restore its abilities.
What's cooking?
The Feast of Knowledge.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving,
反正你没有办法
or
管到我啊，
manicuring
我先干走，
yourself
再
or
让你做其
another
他事。
person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty.
你先看得出来吗？
Scrimshaw, mumbledy
那刀可以
peg,
干嘛？
juggling,
拿着看
and
吧。
any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Uh-huh.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
啊，我们就这样付了钱买个垃圾了，是这样吗？哦，我们先欣赏一下这个。诶
It's hopeless. It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. I've got a few coins for incidentals. The pen is mightier than the sword.
我要寻找拖把树，好。走吧。
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works. Trust me.
听起来就在骗人，让骗子这些事无可奉告。好，那我们再去晃晃吧。
What kind of person would just paint on a wall like that?
LeChuck, sir. Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done! Mark yourself down for one less lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Very well.
我们再偷偷摸摸看可以拿什么东西。
Forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
那我们可能要来偷东西，先来组建看看可不可以拿到钥匙。
Hi there.
Hiya. Can I try out your key grinder?
No. I wouldn't want you to lose any fingers.
Hello again. Tell me again about how to have keys made. It's exciting.
You bring me the serial number from the lock. I make the key. It's pretty straightforward.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
那我们还是得回监狱啊。麻烦就是监狱这东西。
Hey, Guybrush. Hey, kid.
有点看不到它的锁到底。
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
You look like you're having a good time. That's nice.
I skipped school the day they taught lockpicking. It's hopeless.
我没有办法直接这样子
They
直
say
接
the
撬
only
开
real
吗？
prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
That never ends well for the knife.
不对劲啊，这个真的没办法救他们。
It says jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Word of it.
不对劲，这边没办法。我们先找树好了。船屋。哦，码头然后上来。森林、瞭望台、船屋。
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
我们看下博物馆吧。
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
他感觉很穷。
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
There's some very tiny writing on it. The display case is locked.
把那个打开啊，那个小刀。
I'm no good at jimmying things.
你好烂哦。
Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter, written by Elaine Marley, while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it.
好雷，这博物馆绝对会倒。 连文物都保存不好。
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
蛮厉害的，鹦鹉可以吃。
Actually, I think I'd rather not hear about that again. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
你的事实看起来都很假。
That map looks familiar.
That's one corner of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials.
I was
crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
完全不让别人讲话。哦，那个钉子。
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
干走了。一看就知道给我的。没了。来看一下这个背包。
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
好吧，没东西。啊！没了。这博物馆有点小。
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Museum of Pirate Lore.
哎，阿珍就不能再走了。
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6.
好嘞。行啊，行啊，行啊，这才是我要的冒险嘛。好了，今天活动先到这边呢，我们下一次的部分，我们再去探险它的拖把。然后我们今天也收获一些垃圾东西，对，真的是垃圾。希望这东西在未来是有用的，但按照这个这种解谜游戏，应该是绝对是有用的，但是不知道什么时候才会发现。好，那我们到这边了，谢谢大家的收看，晚安。